Von Sinatra swing to Brando stage. Marilyn's grace to JFK's age. It's Gianni Russo, Hollywood's own. The Jeanie Raymond secrets are shown. Hollywood Godfather.
Welcome, everybody. It's time for another Hollywood Godfather podcast. Now, tonight's show means an awful lot to me for many, many reasons. He's been my friend for over 60 years. His name is Bobby Vinton, and we had a wonderful conversation earlier because he didn't want to be on camera, unfortunately, for you all, but we have music playing. We're going to play two of his hit tunes. Blue Velvet, made in 1963, sold 70 million copies. And in 1964, his Mr. Lonely did the same thing. He's been a monster hit. We're going to hear some of his funny stories. He's a hilarious guy, and I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. He just asked if he didn't have to do it on camera. So let me introduce Jeanie Raymond, my co-host, fortunately. And Jeanie, hello, my darling. How's everything all right?
Oh, everything's great. I love this interview. It's fantastic. I'm so happy you get to share this.
Oh my God, yeah. The guy he's a legend. He's really a legend, and part of our legend collection that we're doing with these type of stars. So without further ado, why don't we bring on Bobby Vinton?
You sound great, man.
My voice hasn't changed. I sound, I sound the same. I look the same. I feel the same. I don't know what's going on. I'm lucky.
Well, it was funny because when I was talking to some of our friends like Stu Morgan and all that, they said, well, we really don't know how long it is. And I'm saying to myself, let me get him on the phone. If we're going to talk, when he wants to talk, we talk. Once he wants to stop, he's going to stop. What are you crazy?
Yeah. No, the problem is I got the shingles about 10 years ago. And did you get the shingles shot?
It's so funny. Everybody tells me that. I said, no, I got aluminum siding.
No. You got to get a shingle shot. You please promise me. If you don't promise me, I'm going to hang up on you because I'm calling all my friends. You must get a shingle shot because I didn't get it. I'm a real schmuck, and I regret it, boy, because it has messed up my nerves, and it's just awful if you don't take care of it. I didn't take care of it. I did a show. I got the shingles and I got the show. So I did a lot of harm and the nerves. So I can't. I get excited real easy with my nerves. So if I start talking too much about how great you are, how great I am, I'm going to get all excited. Then I'm in trouble. But right now, we'll just talk plain and easy.
Yeah, that's all I want you to do. The whole thing was I'm doing a segment. I have a podcast that's on like for 6.5 years. I drop a new show every Wednesday night. And by the end of the week, it hits 1 million people.
That's great. I saw you on television last night. I just happened to turn on, and there you are talking to Al in The Godfather.
Oh,
and you look terrific. I looked. I said, I'm going to be talking to him tomorrow. There he is. As a reminder, I said, it's a reminder. We got to talk tomorrow.
Oh no, but the thing is that it's like you. How many shows? The show I remember most though. Remember we used to come to my house on Mondays at the party I had at the golf course.
Right.
And
you made the greatest spaghetti. I said you can make spaghetti. I'm an authority on good spaghetti. You'd be surprised the people that can make good spaghetti. Even some restaurants can't make good spaghetti. I went to Italy. I couldn't find good spaghetti in some of the places. In fact, some of the big restaurants don't even sell spaghetti in Italy. The good restaurants. They looked at me like I'm crazy. I said, no, I want spaghetti. I said, no, we don't serve it. Please leave.
Yeah.
So you made pretty good spaghetti. So
yeah, we had.
I remember you so well. When I think of Johnny, I think I'm sitting by the pool of one of the hotels I'm performing at in Las Vegas. Here's this kid comes up to me, he says, I want you to do my television show. I said, you got a television show? Where at? Vegas. You do? He says, can you do it? I says, I don't know. I mean, what time is it on? You said 10 o'clock on Thursdays. I said, 10 o'clock on Thursday. Dean Martin's on at 10 o'clock on Thursday.
Yeah, I was up.
I said, you're up against Dean Martin? Yeah, and I'm out rating him. I said, you got a better rating than Dean Martin has? He says, in Las Vegas, I do. I says, I'll be there. What time do you need me? I remember that so well. You had a hot show.
Oh, the funniest show that you and I did, I think you would remember it. I was having problems because they kept telling me it's a little risque. So I asked you, and you did it with me. We were in, I don't know if you remember, we were in the hot tub up in my bedroom. And
Oh, wait. That wasn't me. I've never been in a hot tub. You sure it was me? The only
Yeah.
I was never in a hot bathtub, but if you say I was, I must have been. Go
or
ahead.
maybe it was the jacuzzi in the backyard or something. But it was
You better change this story. It don't sound too good. But
the two shots, both of us. I said, Bobby, I've been getting a lot of complaints that we have to clean up the show. And as the camera pulled back, we were in this like a bubble bath cleaning up the show.
we were on television with this.
Yes, I did that. I did. It was the opening of one of the shows you did with me.
You got me excused with another Bobby. There's another Bobby. So I don't remember that. Well, maybe my mind is going. So
No.
what else did I do? What else happened?
Oh, we had so many shows. It was
I just remember your spaghetti. I don't know about these things.
well. That's
You
what
had the greatest spaghetti.
house with the kids. We had the spaghetti.
Yeah, and my father came because you
Oh,
brought
yeah.
my father, and he was crazy about it. She says, "Man, what a guy! This guy is going places." Yeah, you won my father over. I'll tell you that much. To win him over, it wasn't easy, but you got him good.
Good. He's passed now.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Wow. But you sound great, man. Thank God. Because you know what?
Yeah,
You talk to people and I mean they're warning me, and I'm saying to myself, I know this guy too well. I can let me.
no, God, you got to be. I got to be one of your oldest friends. I mean, you were what, a young kid at the time, and I know you were just starting in a business, and you haven't circulated yet. The world hadn't found out about you.
I know, but the funny thing, like you said, we got to know each other over 50 years.
Oh yeah, it was over 50 years.
Yep.
Over 50 years. Maroon, Gianni. You did so good in life too. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to see you. Like I said, I saw you on The Godfather last night. I said, man, I'm proud to say I knew that guy. He is something, man. He's worked hard. He's worked hard. He's accomplished a lot, and he is just a great guy, a great gentleman, and that's why you have so many friends.
Well, I really thank you for that. And the other thing that is so great is the fact that having the past you and I have, and I was going over all your music and stuff like that. Just last night, actually, I have some pictures and stuff because I want to dress this interview, not knowing how long I would have you, and but some of your stuff like Blue Velvet, I mean. Lonely. That had to be the biggest seller you had.
Yeah, yeah. They had a lot of classic records. I remember being in Vegas talking to you. I think of Vegas. I went to see Dean Martin. He was performing at the Sands. I went to see him, and I go down into the health spa where they have steaming in the afternoon and all that. And there's Dean Martin getting steam and all that. So I start talking to him. I says, Dean, I'm from Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, about 30 miles from Mingo Junction. That's where you're from. I have a band. I played at high school proms at Mingo Junction, and we became very friendly. And he says, what do you do? I says, well, I sing. He said, what's your name? I said, Bobby Vinton. He says, I haven't heard of you. I says, well, I got the #1 record in the country right now, Blue Velvet. He says, well, I don't really listen to I don't follow the charts, is what he told me. He says, if I have a record, I follow the charts to see what's going on. But if I don't have a record, I never follow the charts. So I don't know who Bobby Vinton is or Blue Velvet. So I says, you can't help but want to brag a little bit.
I'm just thinking for our audiences who don't realize who he is. I want to play, or Michael play it, cut it into the show now. I want to play one of his hits in 1963, Blue Velvet. He sold 75 million copies of this. The audience should listen to, and you'll see a picture of who we're talking about. Because again, I respect his wants of not wanting to be on screen right now. I don't know why, but I'm not going to ask him or embarrass him. But listen to this tune, and we'll be right back.
She wore blue velvet, bluer than velvet was the night, softer than satin was the light from the stars. She wore blue velvet, bluer than velvet were her eyes, warmer than May her tender sighs. Love was ours, ours the love I held tightly, feeling the rapture grow, like a flame burning brightly. But when she left, gone was the glow of blue velvet. But in my heart there'll always be precious and warm a memory through the years, and I still can see blue velvet through my tears. In my heart there'll always be precious and warm a memory through the years, and I still can see blue velvet through my tears. She wore in my heart there'll always be precious and warm a memory through the years, and I still can see blue velvet through my tears.
Okay, we're back. Let's listen to more of the interview. Jeannie, jump in anytime you want. Shut it off and talk.
All right.
If you have
I'll
any
tell you what,
questions, please.
how old did you say he is?
He's 90.
And he's just as sweet and he sounds amazing. I mean, his voice, he sounds young, he sounds vibrant.
I know. I mean, that's what he said. I sound good. I do that. But again, we're talking off screen right now, which is okay because you're not listening to us. But obviously, he has a problem with shingles, and so
Oh,
again, I didn't want to embarrass him. I don't know truly what he looks like, but I'm sure he's still as good looking as he was in the picture they just saw him on the album. But let's continue with this. I mean, it's so much fun having him, number one.
right. And that voice, my goodness, the song Blue Velvet, he had a velvety voice. That's what I think of when I think of him.
Yeah.
So I said, not only that, I said, but I just been awarded the most programmed artist on television on radio by the Billboard magazine. They in 1964. If you check this out, Billboard magazine, the most played artist on the radio, Bobby Vinton.
Wow.
And I says, I'm number one, Sinatra's number two, and Elvis is number three.
God bless.
He says, Sinatra's number two. I says, hey, it's in the magazine. And as I said that, who pops up on the table getting a massage is Sinatra. And he looks at me, and they both look at me. And I says, I think I better leave. I got the hell out of there, man. I said, what a schmuck I am. I says, here I am with two legends, my favorites, and I got to say something stupid. And I've been regretting that moment ever since.
No, but Dean was I mean, I got to know. Well, Frank actually baptized my son Luciano, and he became my vocal teacher. In fact, the show I'm doing right now, I closed the show with him because Dorothy called me to go to Palm Springs that he wasn't feeling well. So I went to see him, and I never saw him like this. I mean, I saw him in white silk pajamas 100 times, but he was unshaven, no toupee, and very frail. And he said, Pally, I don't know how much longer I have. I said, well, stop it. Stop talking like this. He said, I want you to do me a favor. I said, I'll do any favor you want. Because every time he had a fight with Ava Gardner, I would jump on his plane and go to Spain and go here. Why wouldn't I? I'm with Frank Sinatra on a plane looking for Ava Gardner. So we became so close. So he asked me, once he dies, I want you to dedicate a song that he happened to teach me was All the Way and dedicate it to her. Well, I put it in my act now. I'm touring with a show right now. And I put it in my act now. People cry at the end. They're crying.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of footage, I have so much footage in the show. I got him.
That's great. People love that.
Oh,
People love that idea.
well, that's the only reason I have the show is all the footage. They come to see Marilyn Monroe and all those people.
That was the cutest story. I loved it. I thought, oh, we've all got an experience like that in our life where you just think, oh man, if I could turn back time.
Oh
But
yeah, putting your foot in your mouth.
to both Dean and Frank Sinatra popping his head up, I cannot imagine.
Oh, and I know that place well because I was living there at the time, and yeah, you go to that steam bath in the afternoon if they allowed you in because you had to be known
Yeah.
at the Sands Hotel to even get in there. But and the fact that he was a star, that's why he was there. But they didn't know him because they weren't listening to his music.
Right. Oh, well, and he even said, oh, that still haunts me my whole life. And I think, oh, I think we've all done something where you just go, oh man, but not to the people like Frank Sinatra. So, but
While he's not talking, we got so friendly, and his father I got to know, and all his kids. So when they were in Vegas, they used to come to my house every Sunday because he loved my spaghetti. And they'd come, we'd sit and have dinner for the afternoon. Then he'd go have to do two shows later. But I got to know his father and his sons and all of them. In fact, I talked to Robert, who arranged this, his oldest son. And I said, do you remember coming to my house? He said, that's over 60 years ago. I couldn't believe it. The guy's 60-something years old. This kid that used to come to my house. I
I
can't.
love that.
It's crazy.
You know, think of all the people and all the kids that, well, they're not kids anymore, but the people that came to your house. I would love to hear a bunch of people that, kids of that age that said, Gianni Russo made me dinner. You know, it's hilarious to think, and there's got to be a lot because you did that every weekend.
I did that every weekend, and I was always open to, they're traveling, they're staying in hotels, and on Sundays they used to have Sunday dinner, and we had it like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They have to do a show at 7. It worked out perfect for everybody. But I had the opportunity to be cooking for. I mean, you name them. I had them all. In fact, I had Siegfried and Roy at my house, and they brought the tiger.
Oh my gosh.
And unbeknownst to me, one of the ladies, it was that time of the month for her.
Oh, I saw the picture.
Yeah, and he jumped on us. And so, I mean, that's just some of the crazy things that went on in my house. Well, let's get back to Bobby. He's amazing.
All right. I love these stories. It's fantastic.
No, it's history, man. Your musical history, the legend.
Yeah, no, you're the legend, buddy.
I've had that, but Mr. Lonely is still being played all over the place. That's still a popular song. In fact, a couple of rap groups, Akon, a rap artist, recorded it, and he does rap, but Mr. Lonely is behind it, and it was the #1 record around the world. So people still know Mr. Lonely somewhere.
Yeah, I know they do, because even around me, I've been like playing new music, and like I said, getting ready for the show, and my creative staff. One guy's with me 25 years. He couldn't believe I knew you, because that's all he listened to when he was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, Gianni, I find it's incredible that both of you guys, an older generation, probably not, rap is probably never on your radio, but you both got songs with rap people. That's so incredible. I can't wait to look up this song with Akon and just hear it. It's incredible that that's also something you guys have in common, something you wouldn't even
Well, I'm not near his I'm not in his category at all as far as being a star. This guy sold millions and millions of records. I mean, when I met him, he was bigger than life. He was doing shows a night, packing the place. He'd come to Vegas 3 times a year and sell out.
Yeah, I remember seeing his name in lights there. I've never seen him, but of course I do know his music. Right. And I always think of, when you think of Bobby Vinton, you think Blue Velvet. And I've always thought that reminded me of his voice, just that velvety, beautiful voice.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. It's just so funny that you both have songs associated with rap music, something that you would never think would be two things together. That's for sure.
Well, I just want to remind everybody, March 26th, about a week from now, I'll be at Goodfellas Restaurant in Garfield. Call and make a reservation, 973-478-4000. We sell out. It's a great show. And I want you to go online, for all of you who want to come. Go on Amazon, buy my both books, bring them. I'll be signing it. We're going to do a Q&A afterwards. That's March 26th, Garfield Restaurant, 973-478-4000. Call. I want to see you there, please. And then we're at Chill Out right after that, April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That's in New Jersey. Find out where that's at. A great convention, 3 days. And just want to see you. Want to see my fans. Let's get back to my good friend, Mr. Bobby Vinton and Jeanie, please.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's something. And then, I got lucky with this Polish song, My Melody of Love. And that created a whole new world for me, a whole new life. I got a television show, a syndicated variety show, and for 3 years, and we used to have a lot of fun and jokes. So music has been good to me. I'll tell you, it's boring. I got a family of kids, nobody wants to be in show business. I says, I don't understand. Why don't you guys want to be singers, actors, movie stars, or something? No, I said, I can't believe people don't want to be in show business to get up and sing in front of an audience and they applaud and they love you. I says, my God, what a life this is! What a blessing!
Oh yeah.
But times have changed. What are you going to do?
So none of your children got into show business.
No, my son Rob, you spoke to him. He was kind of my manager and agent and took care of everything. But he sang, he made a couple of good records and he sang, but it didn't happen right away. So he says, I don't have it. I said, wait a minute, you got to struggle for years just because you're my son. The world is not going to go crazy over you. You got to work at life, man. Nothing comes easy. I said, what do you think? If this comes easy for me? You know, I had to do a lot of working out there for a long time before you hit and make a record. And a lot of people it never happens for them. You know, it's God bless me, I'll tell you, but I couldn't get anybody from the family into it.
I was shocked because when they told me you were living down Branson, I thought maybe you opened the theater for all of them.
I did, to tell you the truth. I put them all into the show business. I made them get on stage and sing. But you know, you would have to see it. You know, I had the Glenn Miller Band as my backup band in my theater in Branson.
Yeah.
And you know who the star was? My mother. You wouldn't believe this. My mother, she's the pusher. That's why I am what I am today, because of my mother's push, push, push. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. So my mother's now doing that for my kids, Robbie and everybody. And I have my 3 daughters. They get up and sing the Andrews Sisters, whatever the songs are. And she's looking at them. She says, no, you girls aren't moving. You're not smiling. You're not doing enough. You got to get up and you got to kind of do like this. And I'm looking at the rehearsal and the whole place at the rehearsal, the bands are going crazy. I said, hey, can you do that on stage tonight? She says, do what? I said, just what you did now. I said, let me bring you on stage. So I brought her on stage.
Oh, my God.
For about 5 years, she was the sensation of Branson that everybody talked about. I mean, we had all big stars in Branson. Andy Williams was there, you know, all the big names. And they're all talking about my mother because they couldn't get over an old lady could get up and dance and sing and drive the audience crazy. So my mother at least made
talent from your mother.
I did. I probably did, or at least a push and a drive.
Wow, that's amazing. But I remember meeting everybody in your family.
Yeah, they all knew you. They all knew you, and they're all so proud of you when they saw you in the movies. I'll tell you, man, that we were all so proud of you. You pulled that off. God, Francis Coppola. You know, I was thinking about Francis Coppola when I saw you in that movie yesterday because he called me in. He wanted to talk to me about the singing part. Oh, wow. And I went in and I saw him, and he talked, and he says, you know, you're not right. He says, Bobby Vinton is a guy coming up in the music world. I need a guy that's coming down. He says, no offense, but you know, you're just not right for the part. Now, I'm thinking, I have a guy to travel with me. You talk about a guy who looks the part of the Godfather. This guy that traveled with me, Pete Bennett. I don't know if you know Pete Bennett. Pete Benedito. He's a well-known New York figure. But he liked to come around with me, like Julie went with Sinatra. He likes to come with me.
Yeah.
So he came with me to see Francis Coppola because he figured Francis sees him, guaranteed he's going to put him in a movie because he looks better. I saw the movie yesterday. He looks more the part than half the guys in that movie. And I looked at him talking to Francis Coppola, and he said, Bobby, you're a nice guy, but your personality and all that doesn't fit what I want. And he never even looked at the Pete. I thought maybe Pete was a ghost. He's standing there. He didn't acknowledge him. He didn't say hello. He didn't say goodbye. Wow. He didn't say anything. And I'm thinking, my motto, and this guy, he should have been in The Godfather. See the nuts, all the memories you're bringing back to me as we're talking.
But you know, it's so funny because what you're saying about your friend Pete, I brought Lenny Montana with Joe Colombo to meet, you know, Paramount people. And that's how Montana got Luco Brasi.
Yeah, I figured right away he would take him because believe me, he's the part. In fact, anyway, I don't talk too much about him.
That's right.
So, but that's Francis Coppola, and the family loves you. I don't want to get off base too much here.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
I can't imagine. He seemed to me to have like he didn't seem very gangsterish to me. The Bobby Vinton I remember.
Oh, he's
But
not
when-
a gangster at all. No.
No, I know that. But when he said he wanted to go in and maybe be part of the show, I thought, oh, he looked way too sweet to be in the mob business. And there might have been a lot of baby faces. I don't know, but
No, but if you listen to what happened,
right.
he'll tell you what happened.
Right. Let's get back to it. I just thought that was funny that he thought that might be in the works, but it wasn't really for him.
I can't believe I'm about to make my 47th motion picture.
47.
Yeah.
Not on.
Well, people don't realize, I did Any Given Sunday. I did Family Man. I made some big movies. I made Seabiscuit.
Ah,
No,
that's right.
I had a
That's
big
right.
run in film for a while, but
Uh,
now I believe it or not, I'm an illiterate, and I never went to school because of my early morning when I got polio for 6 years.
yeah, I
Well,
remember you weren't too healthy as a young man. Yeah, but you made it through though.
Oh
Got
my
to give
God.
you credit for that.
But what I'm saying is, I wrote 2 best-selling books now because I can record them.
Okay.
You know what? I got to have. I'll get your address from your son. I'll mail you these 2 books. You got to read them. You would love
All
them
right.
because one's called The Hollywood Godfather. And
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I got that one.
Oh, you
Somebody gave it to me. Stu Morgan, your buddy Stu Morgan, gave me that book.
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, and Maxine, are you kidding? Maxine loves you. She loves you. She does more promote. I wish I had her as my promotion person, like she has it for you. That's great.
Well,
My love to Maxine. She's probably listening.
No, because I have a new one now called Mafia Secrets. It just came out, and then James Patterson came out with a book called The Last Days of Marilyn Monroe, and he certified everything I said about her 63 years ago when they killed her.
Wow.
And now we're doing a big movie. George Gallo is directing it. He did Midnight Run. He did major movies, a lot of movies. But this is a big studio movie now, $50 million film.
Where are you going to do that? Hollywood? You're going to do it
Here, probably.
New York?
Well, it has to be New York because most of it takes
Yeah.
my childhood.
Yeah.
But we're going to use a lot of stock footage anyway.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. Right. Hey, God bless you, man. If you could still be doing movies, boy, that's great. That is great. I made those 2 movies with John Wayne, Big Jake and Train Robbers.
Oh, I remember that. I remember when you did that. Well, that was big. I mean, with John Wayne, oh man, that was big for you.
Oh man, I idolize this guy. I mean, as a kid, you think of John Wayne.
Yeah.
Wow. I am a big John Wayne fan. And I didn't know that. I'll have to go look those movies up because that sounds amazing. I didn't know he was an actor as well.
Wait till you hear the story, though. What goes on with this is really funny.
That is hilarious. I can't even imagine. He's like, wait a minute, and the fact that he knew of this guy that's being an imposter. Because I was thinking, I don't know who John Wayne Jr. is, but I sure knew who that good-looking Patrick Wayne was. Because as a kid, he was gorgeous.
Who's Patrick Wayne?
His son. That is his son.
Oh, not John Wayne Jr., Patrick Wayne. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what a funny story. That's crazy.
I mean, he's such a great guy. We only have him for a few more minutes, and we want to let our audience know. After this, we're going to play Mr. Lonely also and have his picture up. So let's finish that interview with him.
All right.
I was performing at the Copa. They used my son Robbie singing "Roses Are Red" in the movie Goodfellas.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the movie Goodfellas. They have a scene where I'm sending wine over to the Goodfellas. So performing at the Copa, I got to know a lot of people, And a funny thing happened. I announced to my friends at the Copa that I'm going to California to make a movie with John Wayne. So I go to Durango, Mexico to make this movie with John Wayne. And I get a call from this Pete who's connected to our friends.
Right.
And he says, is John Wayne helping you? Is he giving you a good part? Is he pushing you? I said, he doesn't even talk to me. He says hello and goodbye. I mean, I'm just standing around. So they calls me the next day. He says, John Wayne is supposed to be doing a lot for you. I said, he don't even talk to me. What do you mean he's doing a lot? He says, John Wayne Jr. is performing in Yonkers. The boys have went to see him, and they talked to him, and they says, look, you tell your dad to help Bobby Vinton in the movies, and we're going to promote you and help you out in the business. We're going to get your stories in the newspaper. We're going to get your record deal. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. So I said, God, man, I wish you wouldn't have done that. I don't want John Wayne in this business going on with you guys. God, I wish you wouldn't do it. They said, well, we did it. So a couple of more days later, they call me again. What's John Wayne doing for you? I says, he don't even talk to me. What are you talking about? And they said, the kid says he's talking to my father and he's guaranteed you're going to put you in all the movies. So a couple of days later, I see John Wayne. He's going to the coffee place. There's a big place you get your coffee in a mug or whatever, and he's pouring coffee. So I walk up behind him like I want coffee. He's looking at me and I says, hey, Duke, I says, I understand John Wayne Jr. is doing great in New York. He said, who? I said, John Wayne Jr. He says, there ain't no John Wayne Jr. I said, well, there's a guy in New York who sings and he says he's John Wayne Jr. and my friends are kind of promoting him. He says, I heard about this guy. He says, God, I don't know what I can do about it. I don't like the idea of him doing that. I says, if you're telling me he's not a John Wayne Jr., I guarantee you when I tell certain people that he's an impostor, you're not going to hear from this guy anymore. He says, what are you talking about? I says, look, they wanted to help me in the business. I level with John Wayne. I says, they figured we help him, you're going to do big things for me and you're going to help me. John Wayne looked at me, says, you did what? You would do something like that to get in with me? I says, Duke, you goddamn right I would. And he looked for me for a minute. He says, how do you like your coffee? And he's pouring me coffee now. And we eventually became very good friends. But just you never know how you're going to meet a star and how they're going to impress you, from Frank Sinatra to John Wayne.
I know.
The right words, the right thing to say, and the right thing not to say.
That is wild. I mean, I I'm so elated to hear you talking, the energy you had. I didn't know what to expect. They made me think like, but he maybe talking only 5 or 10 minutes. He gets anxiety. And I'm saying whatever he.
Yeah, but I got the anxiety that every time I talk about John Wayne and all that, so I'm getting a little. I'm getting a little bit there. I wish I could go on because I love talking to you. I love talking about all our memories together and all our accomplishments. But I'm about out of bullets right now, and I got myself excited. So let's call it a goodbye. I will see you somewhere along the way. I wish you luck with this movie you're going to make. I know you will be sensational, and just want you to know we still love you. The whole family does.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And your friendship through all these years means so much. So
well, you're a great friend. You can't. If I'll tell you, if Johnny is your friend, you got a friend, and if he ain't your friend, you're in trouble. So we are friends. I love you, buddy. So long,
buddy. Thank you so much. Love you. Please.
Is that a guy? Don't tell the truth.
Gianni, what a beautiful, some of my favorite shows have been about you, the ones that you have your old lifelong friends on. I think Vito was the guy's name. I wish I could think of his name right off the bat, but these people that come along that jog your memory, that you can tell life stories about, and you can just hear the energy and the friendship in your voices. I love it. Just gives me the chills. This man adores you, and everybody deserves great friends like that. I love that.
No, he's such an amazing guy, and I hate to hear that he's not well. Unfortunately, I mean he is 90 years old now,
Right.
but that's not old today. So, but with that
No.
said, Bobby, I hope you're listening. We appreciate the show, the interview. I'm glad that Max and Stu got us together again. Your son Rob was very helpful, and we wish you well. And to our listeners, we'll be back next week. God bless you. This has been a great show. We're going to close the show with Bobby Vinton singing Mr. Lonely.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Gianni. It was absolutely beautiful. I love hearing you talk with your friends. It's such a treat. So thank you so much and have a good night.
Oh, thank you all. Love you. Good night, Jeanie.
Love you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own. I'm so lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. Wish I had someone to call on the phone. Now I'm a soldier, a lonely soldier, away from home, through no wish of my own. That's why I'm lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. I wish that I could go back home. Letters, never a letter. I get no letters in the mail. I've been forgotten. Yeah, forgotten. Oh, how I wonder, how is it I feel? Now I'm a soldier, a lonely soldier, away from home, through no wish of my own. That's why I'm lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. I wish that I could